Alright, we are live. This is attempt number 2. We'll see if everyone joins back in. GoPro has died, so we're currently recharging it. But I just decided to jump on with the computer. Not as great a quality, but it'll do for now. I knew the GoPro wasn't gonna last, but I really did not expect it to last as long as it did, so I do want to get all the batteries for it. But give a couple minutes here, let people jump back in. Jeez, quality is terrible with the computer. That's fine. Everything's fine. Just ignore it. My last stream, attempt number 1, that should be, that was doing pretty good. Well, until it wasn't. I had an odd setup. I basically had this sucked fast to the computer screen. Blake the Collector, what's your opinion on the John Deere A? They're great tractors. All the John Deere 2 cylinders, they're all great tractors. We have a John Deere A. That runs on, that's the John Deere A slant dash. That runs on gas to start it, and then you can also switch it over to diesel when you're running it. So, but that hasn't been running for a while, but they're all great tractors. That's my opinion on them all. They're all the John Deere 2 cylinders, gas or diesel. They're all great tractors. Never ending power, that's for sure. Jeez. Pellet stove is making odd noises, so if you hear that, just ignore it. I currently have, if any of you, well, if some of you do not know, I do have a John Deere 620, and I got that thing non-running, and actually it hardly turned over. Didn't even turn over a full 365 degrees, and we did end up getting it running. It only took us a couple months because we had to get a lot of parts for it, but we did get it running, and once I got it running right, tell you what, if I wanted to right now, I could take you guys right out there, put a battery in that thing, and it would fire up. Blake the Collector, I heard they are easy to trip. We have steep hills on our land, or the wide fronts hard to find? To be honest, I don't know. I can look, but the narrow fronts, they are easy to trip, or to tip, not to trip, but they are easy to tip. Actually, my 620 is a narrow front, and we are pretty sure that that tractor was flipped in its lifetime. We don't know when, don't know how, but there's a lot of broken pieces. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's a couple broken pieces on it, and a lot of bent pieces. The exhaust flange was broke off, so we had to powder weld that back on. The steering wheel is egg-shaped, and the one 3-point piece is broke off, and all the sheet metal is all bent. Top of the hood was smashed down. So, yeah, we're pretty sure that that tractor was rolled over at some point in its lifetime. But I can go on here and see if I can find any John Deere wide fronts. I know there's some, but I don't know if they're hard to find or not. There's I think John Deere A's are hard to find. But there's a lot of narrow fronts. And my personal opinion on narrow fronts is, well, I love them. I mean, they're a lot easier to store. You can have a lot more of them because basically they're a lot easier to store compared to wide fronts. And if we had all wide fronts, we'd either have to have a lot bigger of a building to store them in, or we wouldn't have near what we have. But about I'd say 90% of the tractors that we have are all narrow fronts. But here, just started looking, and the first two John Deere A's, actually probably the only two John Deere A's that popped up, were both narrow fronts. This one's narrow front. That one's a narrow front with almost steel wheels. But I think those are the only two that are going to show up. Now here's two 530 wide fronts. John Deere B. John Deere 317 lawnmower. I think you search for one thing and everything else but what you searched for pops up. It gets annoying after a while. But yeah, it depends on your location. But for me, only two John Deere A's popped up, and they were both narrow fronts. So I do believe that they are hard to find. Be nice if camera wouldn't have died. The last live stream was doing pretty good until it wasn't. Turn it back on here. USB connected. No crap. I kind of knew that. Well, it turns out they can't do nothing while it is plugged in. So that's fine. This is a GoPro Hero 11. So far, I like the camera, but I gotta get some other batteries for it because just having one battery, they don't last very long. But this one battery ain't working too great, so I'm gonna have to get some other batteries. Blake the collector, I might have to look sometimes. As you said, depending on the location, it might be plentiful where I live. Yeah, it definitely depends on where you live. Like where I live, only two of them popped up, but I guarantee you most of the ones that popped up are at least an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours away. Patrick Fleming, good evening. But I'm hoping here in the summer this year, I'm hoping to get some more content with my John Deere 620. Didn't get didn't get hardly any content with it last year because, well, basically it was in a million pieces 90% of the time that I had it. So yeah, so we didn't get very much content with it. Hopefully it'll be different this year. Actually, hopefully all content will be different this year because this year I'll be able to drive. So we'll be able to do some will it start videos and get some more projects on the channel because I might have a job. So that's good. Jonathan Taylor. Good evening. Jonathan Taylor here. I'm a John Deere guy. The double axle tractor is my favorite tractor. What do you think about it? The double axle tractor is your favorite tractor. What are you talking about? You talking about the wide front, or what are you talking about? If you're talking about wide fronts, I love wide fronts. But storage wise, I love the narrow fronts because you can get a lot more narrow fronts. The 9420. That sounds like a newer version. To be honest, I'm an international guy, so I stick with the old tractors. The John Deeres that I like are the old Johnny Poppers. So I'm not sure what the 9420 is. I mean, I can look it up, but I'm an IH guy. But you watch your channel, you'll pick up very quickly that I love the old 2 cylinders. What'd you say? 9420. Yeah, 9420. Oh, that's the way you consider the 9420. Right there. That's the 9420. It don't look like a bad tractor, but will you see me owning it? No. It's too new of a tractor for me. You're only gonna see me in the old ones. You know, I'll show you. This is what I mean by the internationals. The old 66 series. But I love all the internationals. Blake the Collector, what's your opinion on the IH 1206s? Actually, to be honest, the 1206s, that's one of my dream tractors. Other than like the 1066 or the 1466 or even the 1566. Those are all one of my favorite dream tractors. I love the internationals. The 906s. Never had a 906, but it's an international. They're, it's going to be a great tractor. Rodeo Doctor. Rodeo Doctor, I guess that's how you pronounce your name. Hi, my friend. Dario. Oh, guess we'll just call you Dario. Here popping in. Seeing your thumbnail. I'm a city guy in Ontario, Canada. That's a long ways off. Mostly misses days working on the equipment and old tractors with Uncle. Had great times. Awesome. Glad you're here. good to see a city guy interested in tractors, farming, working, to be exact. You don't see that much anymore. But we did have, this was a couple years ago, but we did have an International 966. That was an awesome tractor. That was one tractor that we could go out, get on, and it would fire up. Didn't matter what temperature it was. That tractor was ready to go anytime, any condition. It was just one reliable tractor, and we regret selling that tractor to this day. Blake the collector, I know a guy with two 12S6s with cabs on them, just sitting in a field. I'd love to run one, but I think one has a transmission issue. Very possible. But yeah, get out there, get one, save them, don't let them rot away. If you see old tractors sitting out in the field, do what you can do to get a hold of them, save them. So that's my idea. When I get the channel up and going, when I have income coming through the channel, and well, when I have a job, we're going to be getting a lot more internationals and a lot more projects on the channel. Right now, I'm just filming what I can film, but when I have income on the channel and when I'm able to drive, y'all know we're going to have a lot of good content on the channel. Because the main thing here I wanted to do here on the channel, when I even before I even created the channel, what I wanted to do was do will it start videos. And I know I said that I was going to do a lot of them during the summer, and I only got a couple of them out. But it's hard to do will it start videos when I couldn't drive because I wasn't depending on someone to take me to do them. But this coming summer, when I can drive, there's going to be some will it start videos. Hardest thing's going to be finding them, but we'll find them. When I find them, there's going to be some will it start videos on the channel. So y'all just look forward to that, because I know I am. But got to get income on the channel. Yes, Dario, save the history. Rebuild those beautiful machines. Yeah, the number is only decreasing. So when you have the chance to save them, save them. Don't let them rot away. Roscoe, good evening. You made it this one. It's been a while since you made it live. Blue Boat, good evening. I'll be right back. Y'all don't go nowhere. Wait. All right, I'm back. What cord is this? Roscoe, I know how to get notifications on your lives. Just your uploads. Hey, it's not your fault. I have no idea why you're not getting notifications. The only way you're getting you're getting notifications for uploads. So I don't know how any of that works. But don't apologize. It's not your fault. Yeah, right now we're having issues with the the Farmall 706 with the old German diesel in it. We've been having an issue with that for a while now, but that thing does not When I say it does not, I mean it does not like cold weather. I mean, it'll fire right up. Will it drive? Will it have brakes? No. That thing does not get along with cold weather. Blueboat, how's your evening been going? My evening's been going pretty good. And after all, I am on a live stream. Also, I was just outside. Wow, I was just outside shoveling snow. I don't take my phone with me, so I don't see you live. Hey, you made it on live. So that's all that matters. Blueboat, what state do you live in, if you don't mind me asking? I know we had snow, but it's pretty much all gone now. I actually have a short video posted. Pennsylvania. Oh, you're not all that far from me. Mainly because I live in Pennsylvania too. Roscoe, that Mac R600 is one cool truck. Yeah, that is an awesome truck. I just wanted to mention to you guys who may want to but don't know that we do have memberships on the channel. I'm not telling any of you guys, it's totally your decision if you want to, but for those of you who want to but don't know, we got super thanks and stuff if you want to do any of that. But like I said in my last stream, I'm not begging for anything. It's up to you. If you want to do it, you have at it. But I don't want to be one of them guys that's begging for money. Blake the Collector, the guy wanted me to run one of his dozers. As a young kid, I was terrified. I followed him onto it, and when he tried to start it, and good thing it didn't start. Blake, yeah, your first time running it, and you don't know how to run it. That is definitely nerve-wracking. I know my pap. His equipment is in rough shape. And well, basically, if you've seen one of the videos of his backhoe where it was only running on 4 cylinders, well, perfect example. I was terrified to run his backhoe, and none of them have brakes. So, yeah, I do my best to not have to run it, because if I have to run it, I feel like I'm gonna kill myself. Hey, TLC, made it back. Yeah, GoPro. What the devil? GoPro is now charging. She kind of died in mid conversation on the last live, so I decided to jump on with the computer. Quality is terrible, but that's fine. Just ignore it. Roscoe, definitely need to see more of that truck. Yeah, there'll be definitely more of that truck on the channel. But I film when I can. But I don't go out and just start the thing, just start it. Roscoe, I felt the same way first time I used a 70s JCB backhoe. Yeah. Some things that you don't know how to run, they can definitely hurt you. I know when I was first told to run equipment, I did not want to run it. Actually, the first thing I ever ran was a skid steer, and I was scared. I was terrified to run that thing. But I ran it for one time, and I loved running it. But now it's to the point where I don't like running it. I'd rather run a tractor. Yeah, have to refresh it. Blake the Collector, I told my parents I'd love to run I told my parents I'd love to run with his tractors, but I'd be terrified to run one of his several dozers. Yeah, I'm still a little leery on running our crawler, but I'm getting a little better at it. Crawlers definitely are a little different to run. When I'm running it, I still get their own controls, especially when I'm turning. But you're running a little bit, you get used to it. TLC, my crapsman. The crapsman is scary when it runs. Ungoverned rigs, that sucks. Oh yeah. Actually, my wheel horse is actually that had governor issues, and I ended up having to replace the gear on that. And that governor is still messed up to this day. I just cleaned out a little bit ago. That thing's still making odd noises when it's running. But yeah, that thing needs a total rebuild. I'm scared because I was reading up on them coalers and them egg shape or them pistons, the cylinders, whatever you want to call it, and the cranks get egg shaped. So I don't even want to know how out around that crank is. I'm sure it is terrible. That thing was locked up solid when I got it. But I'm getting pictures of the deer back there. They were moving in the daylight. Oh yeah, it was Doe Glore back there. See? Probably standing up there looking up in the trees standing up there while I'm not there. There was a decent doe up there. See?
That's fine. Good. We walked right there. I could have easily.
Oh yeah, there was three of them over there. Yeah. I got pictures of these 505. Yeah, they were right under the deer stand.
I should have been back there instead. Looking for the ghost rabbits.
Then they started running. I don't know if there was a buck chasing them or what. But yeah, they were all happy there at the deer stand. They probably set one of the traps off. Why? Which one's that?
I don't know. I don't think I had a picture of that little.
Ain't it, Mike?
I got a picture of the one that's 4 on the side.
It's a shame you didn't get a picture of the whole rack. Yeah. Trust me, my Harvester M5 is as complicated as I want to operate these days. TLC. We took it off while we cleaned the motor. Haven't put it back on. 4,000 RPM is not safe at all. Ooh, wow. 4,000 RPM on a Kohler. That's yeah. That's a little sketchy. I'm actually debating when I dig back into my B80 wheel horse I'm actually debating just getting a whole nother engine for that because I don't think I want to really dig into that engine. Yeah, what Roscoe said, ungoverned is brave. That's a good decision there, TLC. I know my wait, discounts back in? Discount. Good evening. Lost in a snowstorm. Try again later. I know my B80 with that 8 horsepower Wisconsin Kohler on it. That gets a little sketchy. I don't give that much throttle because that governor that governor ain't right. And the last time that I had that thing running, it it burnt a good bit of oil. I don't think that I changed it because I don't really want to know how much oil it actually burnt. Cowboy, I'd say that the best for both that was best for both you and the motor. Yeah, that was really spinning there, TLC. Blue boat. TTC, you got any lawnmower advice? Closest thing I have to a tractor. What advice do you need? Blue boat. What type of advice? I got a lot. From basic tuning to full and rebuilds. Yeah, TLC. Without a governor, you're gonna be definitely doing a lot of rebuilds. TLC. Oh wait, wrong person. I think you had the right person there. TLC. I think. Blake. I've had a Kohler run away on me. The throttle cable came loose and fell out while I was running. So that was fun. Oh yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, Blake. My my Kohler. I was running. Yeah, this was the fun part. That was the fun part. I was coming home from my grandparents with it, and I was actually driving in the driveway. You know, running full throttle with the cable. It got governed. It wasn't running fast. I was running. All of a sudden, RPMs went to all the RPMs. I about had a heart attack because the last thing that I wanted is to kick a rod out the block. And to be honest, that may be why it started burning oil. But yeah. Ever since then, I didn't run that thing very much. It got sketchy. Roscoe, you don't want to blow up the motor just yet. TLC might not want to blow up the motor. I don't want you to blow up the motor. But I'll tell you what, if you blow up the motor, that would make for a good YouTube short. I read TLC instead of TTC. Where did you read that? Oh, never mind. Never mind, TLC. Hey, TLC, I'm fine with you respawning to Blue Bay because I'm not big in lawnmowers. Blue Boat, have you fired anyone yet? Not yet. Well, maybe I should because none of them joined. So, yes, if you want me to fire someone, Bentley's Outdoor Life, uh, Cam, uh, and Jacob Cox. All three of them have been fired because none of them joined the live stream. So, yeah, they're all fired. Roscoe, definitely not as not as much as rebuilding motors can be fun. Not in this context or for this reason. Yeah. And if you blow up a engine running at 4,000 RPM, well, a small engine to be exact, yeah, chances are you're going to be kicking a rod out the side of the block because them little engines are not made to be running 4,000 RPM. TLC, Roscoe, his old pegging leggings says from Zip Ties and Bias Plies. If you ain't in the danger zone, you ain't doing it right. Yeah. He definitely puts some 7.3 IDIs in the danger zone. I watch his videos, I feel bad for them 7.3s. But I'll tell you what, if you are arguing that 7.3 IDIs are bulletproof or are not bulletproof, well, just go check out Zip Ties and Bias Plies, because he will prove you wrong. How many times has he been giving them things Cosby sauce? I don't know how, but they're still going. I mean, they need Cosby sauce to get running because compression is too low to run. But I'll tell you what, them engines don't give up. Well, except for the ones that do give up. But other than them, they don't give up. Roscoe, cowboy. If in doubt, go flat out. But that's when I'm riding a bike. Yeah, I sure wouldn't want to blow up an engine, especially an old one to be exact. I know you got all these people going out and blowing up these old Detroits. Kind of frustrates me because them engines are basically bulletproof, and there's plenty of people that have proved time and time again that them engines are bulletproof, but yet they're out blowing them up. It's to the point where you're gonna have to stop blowing them up because there ain't gonna be no more of them engines left. All the bulletproof engines are getting blown up. Dart Sport TLC. I have a 750 series 5.5 horsepower that either kicked a valve seat or blew some piston rings. Either way, rebuild underway for it. At a halt right now because the blade for the yard vac ain't coming off. Yeah, actually, my Power King is 1612 right now. I'm keeping that thing parked as much as possible because that thing was rebuilt. And yeah, I don't want to take the chance of blowing that thing up because, yeah, I just don't want to blow it up. We have a Briggs and Stratton there, TLC. We have a Briggs and Stratton that thing is way overdue for a rebuild. I had that. I actually had that on my Boland's 850, and we took that to the farm or the tractor show, steam show, whatever you want to call it. Antique show, farm show, tractor show, steam show. Either way, I took that to the steam show, and when I started that thing up at the camper, you should have saw all the freaking people that were watching me because that thing smoked worse than the Mack dump truck. That thing, that burnt a quart per second. That thing was terrible in oil. But yet, if I want to, I could go out, put gas in that thing, and it'll fire up. That thing ain't got no rings, but it'll still run. Like the collector, would you be surprised if I told you I want to 353 swap my Craftsman? I don't know if I can find it, but there is a Cub Cadet on Marketplace for sale. He only wants $7,500 for it, and it's a lawnmower. No big deal. But wait till I show you this joker. That is one lawnmower that I'd love to own. It's only got a V8 in it. No big deal. Hang on, my mom's calling me. Let me mute. Alright, I'm back. Roscoe. Only ever blown up one engine in my life. I never let an engine get that bad. Regular maintenance and service. Let them warm up and let the turbo and charged engine cool before shutting it off, too. Yeah, Roscoe. That is one thing that not only me, but my brother wants me to put a turbo on the lowboy. You know, the one that I put the Kubota diesel in it. I saw a video the other day, or saw a Kubota the other day with that was actually D640 Kubota, 3-cylinder Kubota diesel with a turbo on it. Now I really want to put a turbo on the lowboy, just to hear that turbo sing when I'm mowing. But I'm scared because that thing already has, well, it's basically the exhaust coming out of the crankcase. So, yeah, I'm kind of scared to put a turbo on it. But that thing would be awesome with a turbo on it. Maybe not make any boost, but it would be awesome. Roscoe makes a massive difference to the engine shelf life as well. Yeah. Blake the Collector, a mower with a V8 in it will be sending that glass to outer space, I guess. I guess that's what that's supposed to say. Like the Collector DP. Like the Collector. Keyboard issues. Like the Collector. With a V8 in it and a lawnmower, you'd be sending that grass to the outer space. Okay, yeah, I did guess right then. TLC. Like the Collector. It'd be cool when I buy the motor. If I work for a cut down Ford 9-inch and a 4L60 trans. Blueberry, every time I want to say a joke. Well, Blake the Collector. Blueberry, every time I want to say a joke. Blake the Collector. You'd be flying. Yeah, he would be. Winter. Discount. Winter, aka discount. 2 medium tornadoes interceptors, 1 heavy interceptor, 1 super heavy interceptor, 2 Doppler trucks pass to intercept a snowstorm. That sounds interesting there, discount. Roscoe. That would be cool to put a turbo on it, but not too much boost and definitely warm up and cool down. Yeah, that thing would be freaking awesome with a turbo in it. But I'd need y'all's help to afford a turbo for that Joker. TLC, Blake the Collector. Oh yeah. Take that thing to the drag strip to see my times. Yeah. TLC, me and my buddy are 4BT is swapping our Sandro. That's gonna be fun. Oh boy. TLC. Well, basically, don't, if you're in a line, make sure to be at the back of the line because the people, if you're in front of people, they ain't gonna see nothing. Blake the Collector. You'd be flying these new drag cars on a Craftsman. Yeah. Roscoe. Cowboy, I'm a big fan of the 7R4 trans. Winter is storm chasing, command bus, towing, and enclosed trailer passed by as well. That sounds interesting there, Winter. Okay, back to finding this here. Cub Cadet. See if I can find it. It is one lawnmower that I'd love to have. If only I had $7,500. But hey, I ain't spending that kind of money on a lawnmower. Oh, well, I'll be that. Here it is. Right here it is. You probably can't hear it. Put him up here because I don't want to show his face. You probably can't hear it at all. Let me tell you what engine it has. If it says it's got a cammed. That is one heck of a cammed Ford 302, and it's got 302. That is the same engine that is in my freaking 86 F-150. Basically, an F-150 engine and a lawnmower. Those two don't mix. But it's got a OEM Cub hydro rear. Motor is carbureted with vacuum advanced ignition. Drive off of balancer. Motor is freshly rebuilt with less than 5 hours of runtime. Eagle OE crank. Full Clevite bearings. Custom grind cam from Comp Cams. Fox body headers. That is one. That is one lawnmower I'd love to own. Imagine all the looks you get take nothing to a show. Blake the Collector. I've seen a John Deere 318 with a 350 small block in it. Oh dear. That's a little much power going to a rear end though. But these Cub Cadets, even the Hydros, can withstand a lot of horsepower to them stock rear ends. It is ridiculous. Blue Boat, where can I get one? To be honest, that would be an awesome project on the channel. Like we need another project. I really don't. But that'd be an awesome project. Because I didn't mention it on the channel, but we may or may not have to take the low boy back apart again. Maybe when we do that, because I gotta pull the engine out of it again. Maybe when we do that, maybe it'll go together with a turbo. But in order to put a turbo in something, I'd need y'all's help with that. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who also don't know, that we can now do memberships on the channel. If any of y'all want to do that, I'm just letting you know we can do. Y'all can become members of the channel if you want. Like the Collector, we all need more projects. Yeah. Speak for yourself. Just kidding. Yeah, anyhow, Blue Boat, how could anyone not want an F-150 engine in a lawnmower? TLC, saw someone 327 small block swap in a craft. You said craftsman. I thought it was craftsman. That was fun. Oh yeah, I bet. Winter, how about putting a Hellcat engine in a lawnmower? Okay, Winter, that's getting a little too much. Hellcat engine. That rear end would not. No, I mean that rear end would not withstand a freaking Hellcat. Roscoe, Cowboy, 5 speeds manual would be good. Best manual boxes, and a 5 speed is a get rag box by far. Oh yeah. TLC, Blake the Collector, count me in for a project. TLC, you need to get more subs. Maybe I can link you in the chat here. Everyone, go subscribe to TLC, aka, well, yeah. Everyone subscribe to the Lonely Cowboy, aka TLC. He has, last I looked, he has 26 subscribers. So everyone go subscribe to him, help him out. I can put a link here. I'm gonna do that through my phone. Devil, get back here. All right. Thanks for joining there, Blue Boat. Oh, TLC has 28 subscribers now. I'm trying to get the live stream here on my phone. I'm gonna put TLC's link in here. You know, here we go. You know. Everyone go subscribe to him. Awesome, Blake. Help him out. TLC. Why not we get my craftsman where you were at? I'll get the engine. Roscoe. My mind went Hellcat, Pratt, and Whitney R1830 twins swap wasp. Twin wasp or twin swap? I don't know what you're trying to say there. Before Dodge. Winter. Another Doppler truck approaches, pulls off the road, then deploys radar, dish, and antenna. That don't sound good there, Winter. Wow. Winter. Blake the Collector. TLC, I have a 302 block that needs put together. It's here for the taking. TLC, I still love my four-wheeler rack bumper. That looks cool there, TLC. Awesome. Everyone subscribe to TLC. Help him out. Good evening, Angie. Oh, so you do mean twin wasp. Yeah, I have no idea what that is, so yeah. That's good. Oh, twin wasp is a radio engine. Yeah, news to me, I never even heard of it. Blake, you all seem like regulars. I feel like the odd one. Thank you, Angie. I was actually debating before I got the 3-cylinder. I really wanted to put a 4-cylinder Kubota diesel in the lowboy, but there's gonna be a lot too many things to have to modify to try and put a 4-cylinder diesel in the lowboy. You'd have to extend the frame, extend the hood, raise the dash, modify the hood, modify the frame. I wasn't doing all that because, yeah. Yeah, what Angie said. Don't feel left out. And everyone, go follow Joey Whispers, not Hoey Whispers. Joey Whispers 1776 on YouTube. And I believe TikTok and Facebook. But I'm not on any of them two platforms, so don't ask me. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to digging back into the lowboy. But I think there's definitely gonna be getting some added things onto that. So if you want to see a turbo on the lowboy, I need y'all's help because I can't afford it myself. Blake the Collector. I like his content. Yeah, he's a good channel. Good evening there, Angie. Well, we've been going for officially an hour, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and shut her down here because I gotta do the barn work. So, everyone, please like, subscribe, comment down below. We're gonna go ahead and shut her down here. So, we'll probably do another live stream here, in either tomorrow or the next day, or the next day or the next day. So, stay tuned for the next one. Peace out.